Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Hello everyone, welcome to Moving to Oneness. Today I'm your host Meilin, sitting here in Germany, and I have a very special guest, two guests really. I'm honored to share a really deep, intense wisdom today, which is maybe not easy for all of you to listen to, and maybe it is, because that is life and it influences me and my guest. So please let me introduce you to Marsha Malamet, sitting in Los Angeles area. Hello. And I'm so honored that, Marsha, you said hello to this weird, wild idea. And I read a little bit about you, and you are and have been all your life very determined to be your free self, to be wild, and to stand for what you believe is right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you have also had influence on this planet, I believe, because you wrote words that influenced millions. And now, everyone, you may ask, if you don't know Marsha, how did you influence? Do you want to speak about it? How did you voice so much of your wisdom and influence and impact the planet so much?
It was it was just the way I wrote songs. You know, I think it was internal. My feeling that there's one God, the higher power, and the universe is very smart.
I love that expression. The universe is really smart. You're funny.
You ain't hear nothing yet. And I had it in me. It was unconscious because I wanted to write songs. But it seems that my collaborators, we were on the same page.
So you were very lucky that you really aligned yourself with the people. I think, and everyone who's listening, I think, Marsha, what you did and what I speak a lot about is to be or surround yourself with people where you can be yourself, right? Because that spurs creation and creativity.
Creatively, yes. And it came out that one caveat, I don't write lyrics. I'm the composer. So that's even more proof that I fell in touch with different writers.
So you gave microphone. You gave space for words, you gave energy, you gave a rhythm to words so they can unfold and be heard totally different by everyone, or
Yes,
very intensely.
it's funny. Most of my songs that have been popular have a spiritual underbelly.
Yes, I saw that, and you wrote for and composed so much for um, songs that were sung by so many different artists and even different musical genres, right? From Barbara Streisand, Shaka Khan to Meatloaf, Luther Vandross, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and and most of those songs were spiritual in nature. Diana Ross.
Wow.
yes, I listened to some of them and I sensed right away that you provided a, yeah, I would say that again, the space, and not the space, but you brought people and you still bring, because the music is still playing. This is what is so fascinating. It never stops playing, right? So it gets heard and heard and heard. And each time it's heard, you bring a certain vibration to people with your music. And I also believe that you raise the vibration for people as they listen and take it into their body.
You know, I think you're onto something because it's probably true. I never thought of it that way.
It's beautiful, Meilin.
You provide possibility for people to fathom something else, and it is those sounds, these music, these rhythms, these tones, these frequencies. You relax people into that state that they can go through certain emotions, but
That
as they go through the emotions they are kept inspired
yes, and they heal.
and they heal.
You know,
Yes.
I thought that my music cracks open hearts.
Yeah.
Wow, yes it is. So that was your intention from the beginning.
To me, with the Parkinson's, when I when I was diagnosed, I didn't want to hear from the doctor anymore. I wanted to do my path, and I did. And it was wonderful because, you know, people that get cancer you always hear them say, oh, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Well, I never believed that until I got sick too. And it forces you to be open and be more kind and be more generous and just be one with humanity because you have nothing but God and you. You know, it could be lonely when you get diagnosed with an illness, but I felt more with the universe. I felt more with people. I felt closer to people. And it opened up my heart. I say it cracked open my heart. And I'm a much better person being diagnosed than before. So that I'm grateful for. And I think my music connects with people that way, that something happens inside of them where they feel they're moved, they cry. And, you know, it changes them, even if they don't know. There's subtle changes, and I'm grateful for that.
This is a beautiful gift you're bringing to the world. And also that acknowledge, you know, I have cerebral palsy, so it's the opposite to yours, right? I spasm, I get tight, and you
But
get a little bit more loose in Parkinson. And the visual, you know, that most people recognize is the part where our body looks different, we walk different, or even talk different. but many things are also internally that many people don't see. And I love what you said, because I went through a similar thing. You know, when you're then like a teenager, I learned the people that became friends with me or would, I thought, oh my God, what kind of strong and loving people are those that don't mind who I am? Because you know, if you walk down the street, everyone starts looking. And I got to know, so, and as Michelle Hart is a woman I got to learn to know about 5 years ago. And now she's always giving her super energy to Marsha and everyone else in the world as well. Yeah, and you know that they don't mind, that they take us as we are. And so often in life people say, oh, you're broken, you're, you know, the pity comes. And I've said, you know, but I also have, it made me strong, it makes me look different at the world, it lets me see different aspects in people. And maybe that's why, you know, an interest of the brain, of sound, and you know, that it all has a reason and come. So you said you love now opening the heart and get people's tears to heal them because they listen to their music. For you, what is it where you see now that you're learning for yourself, that you have now Parkinson, something else that you're bringing now to the world?
Well, I never felt pity for myself. I never whined. I never felt bad. I'm not depressed. In fact, I'm happy.
Yeah, because you crack funny jokes. You have like a good sense of humor. That's what you say in English, yeah.
Well, you know, you gotta have a sense of humor.
Yes, I think that's why we live.
There is medicine.
And the thing that I love about Marsha is that she lets me imitate her Brooklyn accent, and she laughs at my imitation of her. You gotta have humor.
Yes. But what is the question?
What are you bringing, do you think?
Oh,
Well, the question was, you mentioned it a little bit already, but I wanted also to point it out once more, that since you experiencing a different way how your body, how your spirit is also embodied and how your body moves, you said you become more open, and you even more intensely support people in cracking their hearts open so they can become more loving. As you said, you have become more loving.
yes. And it's just a question of being true to yourself. You know, before Parkinson's, I was what other people wanted me to be. You know, I wasn't authentic with myself. I had a lot of fears. And as I grew into the illness, I said, what do I have to fear? So gradually, I listened to my own thoughts and my own feelings, and I acted them out instead of being someone that the other person wanted me to be. I was true to myself. And when you're true to yourself, people pick up the authenticity.
That's
And
beautifully said.
they just chime with you. You know, it's I call it a moment of grace when people get who you are and resonate with that. So the heart becomes open and you could be close. And in so doing, they don't feel like they could be an imposter, they become authentic as well. So it's 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 it.
Oh, this is fantastic. Right. Everyone around you, we emanate out what we are, our vibration, right? We can't, one thing we can't dictate or make fraud, if I'm missing the word now in the moment, right? You can't play it. People sense right away one's vibration. And even if they don't acknowledge it, they sense it somehow, or their body in what senses out. So as you were speaking about opening the heart, becoming more authentic, there came a song I would like to sing. It's none I'm a different than your beautiful music. Everyone, Marsha has been in Lincoln Center, an amazing tour around the world. And this is something that you don't sing so much anymore, Marsha. So I think you should sing. And so if you want to sing with me or after me, chime in, do that, because I don't have these melodic rhythms that seem to be important. I remember the first time I sang someone, oh yeah, that's not harmonious. I said, that's exactly it. The non-harmonic changes something in us, is the unraveling, the unclicking, the pulling apart and plugging in together. And that's the healing sounds. And this also happens when we speak. So there's a song for you, Marsha, Michelle, and every one of you who's listening now to Moving to Oneness.
Okay.
An audience, thank you.
Hey, what language is that?
I sensed it came something from an ancient language from the Spanish area, the close where the Africa border was, because there was this sadness, and I heard it in a song long time ago when I sang it. I didn't sing a man, I sang a woman at that time. It was the pain of separation, but cultural separation of land, the tears one has felt. And then I think the healing began within the song, and the positivity and inspiration of what is coming when you open up yourself.
It was
Beautiful.
beautiful. It resonated with me. You have a great voice.
Oh, thank you. And I never know when I open my mouth what comes out. That is the fascinating part. I surprise myself. Sometimes, Marsha, goes very high, angelic. Sometimes it sounds more like Star Nations, or they're languages of cultures that are existing around the world.
So you channel it.
Yes.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Did you feel some also within in yourself? Did something loosen up,
You
or does
know,
it still vibrate? I think it's still vibrating within you.
I feel it. Yes. You
Yeah.
know, I don't close my eyes when I listen to music. Some people do, I don't. But this, I automatically close my eyes to feel more of an internal process. And that's what it did. I felt it in my solar plexus.
Ooh, fantastic. Thank you. Wonderful. Yeah, and I think now, I had to think about sometimes when I know who I'm speaking to, I sense the energy. And Michelle, you mentioned that Marsha, you don't sing or write so much anymore, even tones. And I had the sense, do try again, or do, even if it's a few notes or a few tones, there's something about that is developing within you now, Marsha, that is so different than what's out there, and it will have um, like the potency. There is a higher potency behind what you are going to create and to share with the world.
Thank you. I certainly need it. I certainly need to vent my creativity, my thoughts, my feelings. I haven't had a chance to do it in so many years, but now I think I'm ready.
Oh, so happy. I'm so happy, but you can see it smiling all over my face. And you have a beautiful smile. And Michelle, because I have to say that because some people won't see the video, they will hear only the podcast. All right. But there is a glow also within all three of us. It is when creative beings come together and we spiral into one intention, into really one intent to create beauty for humanity.
Exactly.
Things
I,
like this happen.
I agree.
Yeah. And Marsha, I don't want to keep you too long, but if you would, do you want something else to share with the audience? And
Yes. The thing that always got in my way was fear. Fear of things, fear of people, fear of situations, etc. But Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the President of the United States during World War II, said it all. He said, "You have nothing to fear but fear itself." And take it from me, don't be fearful. Take risks. Take risks. Go out there. Live your life. Love, love, love is the healing power. You know, I had to come to terms with people I resented when I got sick. And sure enough, I worked on it. And now they don't affect me. In fact, I love them for their imperfect self. We're all imperfect. We're all trying to get better, be more happy, you know. But it's a hard thing when you don't know the truth. The truth is love is the highest power. So open your heart, love mankind, love your friends, love your enemies. That's the key. You have to find it in your heart to feel human emotions, kindness, generosity, love for the people that you don't like, because that's the beginning of healing. And I'm still on the road. No one gets to the goal line. You're always in process. And just know that everyone is the same. We're all in it together. So open your heart, be a kind person, feel the human touch, and live your life. But don't be afraid. Take it from me. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, everyone, listen to Marsha. She has experienced so much. The show here would take days if I was to start on the impact that she has. Take her words that she just spoke really deep into yourself. Breathe them in, pull them in with your soul, into your body, into everyday action. Do not be afraid of anyone. Look at them how they are. And I have to agree with you, Marsha. I think we all want to be loved, and that's what we're searching. We have different experience in life. And if we see that loving being in everyone that wants to receive this love, the moment we acknowledge to say, oh yes, you need some of my love, here it is. And it's cosmic love, and it's unending. Love is unending. You can separate, you put it into 1,000 parts and it's still huge. It doesn't minimize, just gets warmer and softer the more you give it to people when you sense that need it. Don't hold back. Don't hold it back of others. Don't say, no, they don't deserve love. They do. They all deserve it. Everyone, there's not even an expression we shouldn't even use, deserve it, but that's used so often. So open your heart and be yourself, be creative, don't hold back, share your gift with the world. So thank you everyone for listening. Marsha, thank you. Michelle, thank you for supporting me and Marsha in having this magical conversation on the Moving to Oneness show. I will put some information about you also in all the show notes. So do look up what Marsha did. She wrote a song, Crazy Love, and you speak a lot about love, sung by so many other people over the decades.
Could I say one more thing?
Yes, sure.
I have a project coming up that is going to be on my website and on my Facebook page. I'm having a lot of women that I've known, performers that I've known, and some I'm fans of. They're gonna sing my songs because I can't. So I'm getting these fabulous performers to sing it, and it's going to be released next year. It's called Marsha and the Girls. And so your audience should look out for that.
Yeah, so everyone look out for Marsha and the Girls coming out next year, and support with your energy, with your love. Share it with all the girls in your life, because when Marsha sets intention to heal through sound, do take it in and spread that love. Thank you, everyone.
Meilin.
Thank you.
Bye.